Hello, Weekend Crafter. Welcome back to the Craft Time Studio. I'm Ange, and I'm so excited for summer. So I wanted to make these summer-inspired earrings for you for this coming summer, and I'll be teaching you how to make that slab. Let's go!
If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. I make clay crafts on the weekends, so if you're into this, do consider liking and subscribing to the Craft Time Studio. I like taking inspiration for my slabs from prints. For this one, I was inspired by the floral print of Amy MacCready, which she called Susie. I'll place a link to her IG on the description below. This vintage vibe slab is reminiscent of the floral patterns that one would typically see in the 60s and 70s. Just like our inspiration, I am only using 4 colors: olive green, yellow, brown, and white. I also used a manual ruler, a tissue blade, and some floral cutters. Before beginning any project, remember to clean your mat first. I use a glass mat and I clean it by spraying it with some alcohol and wiping it down. So let's begin making the slab. First, get the olive green clay. Then pass it through the ruler into the number 4 setting. This will be your main slab. Next, let's make a simple petal cane. Get some yellow clay and roll it out into a thin snake. Taper one end. Then, get the brown clay and roll it into the number 6 setting. Cut out a small rectangle and place it near the tapered end of the yellow clay. Then, cut the snake in half and sandwich the brown clay with the yellow snake. When you cut through this, it should look like a petal. Have your cane rest for a bit so that it can harden for easier slicing. If you don't let your canes rest, it tends to get smushed when you cut into it. Next, roll out the white clay into a snake and then taper one end. Do the same that you did to make the petals for the yellow clay. Next, roll out some brown clay into a very thin snake. This will serve as the stems of the flowers. I also set this aside so that it has a little bit of time to set. It's very hot in my country right now and my clay has a tendency to be too soft during the summer season. Finally, punch out different flower shapes from your white clay. Whenever I use clay this thin, I always lift up the pieces using a tissue blade so as not to distort the shapes. As with my other slabs, I like starting with the corners. I place 3 flowers on the left hand corner of my main slab. I'll just zoom it here so that you can see what I do to add some details. Using a detail needle, I draw lines on each petal, starting inward and pulling across. I use the metal ball tool to press on the center to make an indent. I roll small balls of olive green and put it at the center of each flower. And for the final touch, I use my detail needle to put dots on the center. Now let's make the leaves. I also opted to make the leaves white. Roll out a thin snake and place it to the side of the flowers. Now get your white cane and make thin slices. Lay them along the snake. For variety, I decided to roll another log, but this time I kept it plain. I place this on the other side of the stem. I made some filler plants by rolling out some brown logs for the stems and some balls of yellow clay. It's a good and simple way to fill out the spaces in between my slabs. Next, let's echo the design to the other side of the slab. For another variety of petals, I use the sun-shaped cutter. Roll out the yellow clay into the number 6 setting and then press the sun-shaped cutter on it. Then get the tissue blade and cut the shape into 4 equal parts. Attach each fourth to the slab. Roll out a thin white clay snake for its stem. Finally, draw lines together on each petal. Examine your slab carefully. If you find big gaps between them, you can still add a few flowers just like I did. And there you have it, a simple petal slab tutorial. I hope that you found some inspiration to my work. If you happen to attempt making this slab, do message me or share a picture. Thank you for spending your weekend with me. Have a crafty weekend. Bye!